got the juice, I got the juice. 10 old Chatham's on. Foolies glad I'm home. Even my haters kinda glad I'm on. Rest in peace to my bag.
Hey, what's happening, guys? Best NHL Clips here, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story that I've been saving up for a while now, and it happened to me about a couple years ago. So, let's get right into it. I like to call this one the Toronto Whiteout. So to begin this story, this has to be one of the worst experiences of my life. I'm not even over exaggerating. So anyways, what happened was when I was in my returning year of high school, I returned for one semester, and that was to get a better math grade. I only got a 76 in math in my grade 12 year, and I really wanted to improve that, so I had a 95 going into the final exam. Pretty decent. So anyways, the day of my final exam, they actually ended up canceling the exam because of a blizzard in my hometown. Yes, I know, everybody's like, hurrah, don't gotta write the exam for another day. No, that's not the case for me. Wanna know why this was shitty? This was shitty because I was supposed to be done my exam that day, on the Tuesday, and then I was going to see a Leafs game on the Wednesday. So my schooling was gonna be done, I was gonna be off for the summer, but instead, they rescheduled the exam for the Thursday. Yes, so I was going from Kingston to Toronto to go watch a Leafs game and returning really late on the Wednesday night and having to be up super early on the Thursday to go write this stupid math exam, my final one of the year. Oh joy. And could it have gotten any worse? Yes, of course it could have. So let's get into this, boys. So anyways, the trip up there was fantastic, okay? We drive up to Toronto, beautiful day, clear skies, perfect January weather, and we get up to Toronto, we watch the game, we hung around, a mall, we watched the game, we did everything we wanted to do in Toronto for the whole day. Leafs won, great fucking day, love it. Okay, so now this is where things get fun. The drive home. Yes, they were calling for a snowstorm that night, and it was my first time ever, because I was still young, it was my first time ever driving my brand new Honda Civic that I had gotten out. Keep in mind, this is like 3 years ago, up to Toronto. First time driving it all the way up to Toronto, a good 3-hour drive on the highway. And now I was going to have to drive it back in a snowstorm. And this wasn't your average snowstorm, okay? This was probably the abdominal snowman of fucking hell coming up to unwraith this huge amount of shit all over the streets of Toronto and the 401. So me, being the young fucking Houdini I am, decided, you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna get home regardless of this weather, and I need to write this exam because I need to get a good mark, and my life doesn't fucking matter if I die here on the 401 tonight. I gotta get home. I gotta write this exam. So there was no pulling over. There was no getting a hotel, even though I had the money. And to keep things on a level so you guys understand, there was actually an 82 car pileup, and the 401 was shut down for 2 days after I drove home this night. So like I said, it wasn't just a snowstorm. This shit was ridiculous. So we get to about Port Hope, which is about an hour past Toronto kind of deal on your way back, and then it hit. And no word of a lie, if the car was 5 feet in front of me, I could not see it. Transports, cars, everything were zooming past me in the fast lane, and I'm sitting there thinking, you guys gotta be insane. And you know what? Half of them I did see flipped over on the ditch on the way home. 12 in counting, boys. 12! So anyways, on that note, I couldn't see 5 feet to my left, 5 feet to my right, or even the guy in front of me. You know how I got home? I went 40 kilometers an hour the entire way home from Toronto, and this guy in front of me was doing the same thing, and all I could see was his four-ways going off. I had my four-ways on, I was pulled over as far right as I could, and I was just following this guy's lights, because I could not even see his bumper, and he was right in front of me. It was that bad. So literally in the midst of thinking I'm dead, like the Titanic crashing down from that fucking iceberg, I managed to somehow get me and my girlfriend home safe after a 6.5-hour drive from Toronto. We got home at 4:30 in the morning. 4:30 a.m. I could not believe it. I was so happy to be home. and hurrah, I get to write my fucking math exam. So I didn't end up dying, thank Jesus. Oh my goodness. So anyways, yeah, so I go in the next morning and I tell my teacher, and she's like, we could have just postponed it for it. I almost dropped the bitch. Oh my goodness. No, I can't. She's a nice lady. She told me she could postpone it. But I wanted to just lose my mind. But I figured, hey, you know what? I was already there. I didn't get any sleep the night before because we got home at 4:30, and by about 5:30, after my adrenaline had died down, that's when I was finally getting tired, and I had to be up at 6 to go to the school anyways. So I didn't get any sleep, no studying done, anything, but I still wrote the exam that day, and truth be told, I rocked it, boys. I got a 95, end up passing the course with a 95, although I did mess up on some pretty stupid questions. One of them was like match 4 different answers to 4 different like problems, and I matched 2 of them to the same problem, so I ended up getting one of them wrong. I don't know, just stupid little things in that from your brain being tired. But anyways, boys, if you enjoy these stories, make sure to leave a like. I'm still living to this day. The the weather tried to take me down, but we keep going. So anyways, boys, if you enjoyed this story, leave a like. Hope to do more of these in the future. Other than that, have a great day, you sexy studs. The things we Canadians do for hockey, eh, boys?